Bobby Jindal, guess what he has to say this week, Richard? So
nothing worthwhile saying.
He has shared his controversial opinion that somehow President Obama is to be blamed for the rise of Donald Trump. Because apparently you can blame everything on President Obama. This was in an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal. Okay. Here's what it said. Let's be honest, there would be no Donald Trump dominating the political scene today if it were not for President Obama. After 7 years of the cool, weak, and endlessly nuanced, no-drama Obama, voters are looking for a strong leader who speaks in short, declarative sentences.
So they're blaming Barack Obama because Republicans are batshit crazy. Now, mind you, this is the same governor who is literally running Louisiana into the ground.
Yeah, he's doing a great job.
Like, I mean, budget deficits. Like, Louisiana is a really, really, really bad place. Like, it's a really, like Donald Trump, it's really bad.
Really bad.
It's really bad. It's almost disgusting. He's basically, he has no leadership ability whatsoever. He's a failed candidate. He's failed. And now he's blaming it on Donald Trump. He can't even get, if we were to get a Republican president, he wouldn't even get the appointment to dog catcher.
Dog walker.
Not even.
Not even. So let's talk about this, right? This whole idea, and we heard this from Bobby Jindal, but this is like a talking point that someone created at some point in the Republican Party.
Erase it. You cannot blame Barack Obama for the rise of Donald Trump. The only person you can blame for the rise of Donald Trump are crazy Republicans. The people who want to shut down the government. The Tea Party, like they've created, here's what happened. Right? When Obama got elected, and don't get me wrong, Democrats did a really bad job of communicating the Affordable Care Act. We did. We didn't communicate it well. We would agree on that point, right?
Yeah,
we didn't communicate it well. We failed.
Probably we could have done a better job.
Right, and so that was
the Affordable Care Act.
That was the amber. That was the flicker of a flame, right? And what the Republican did is they doubled down on it, and that created a small fire. That fire was the Tea Party. But here's the thing: the Tea Party, and so like the base of the fire, the base of the fire is like in control, in a fireplace, but the Tea Party also created little ambers and flickers of flames in other places that are out of control. Now there's a big forest fire raging where Donald Trump is the forest fire, and the Tea Party is like, oh, we created a fire, but we thought we could take it out. But they can't. The fire is now out of control. And now they're going to blame their own doubling down on crazy things, like doubling down on death panels and doubling down on Sarah Palin and doubling down on crazy, doubling down on shutting down the government, doubling down on austerity budgets. All of these things got you Donald J. Trump.
Oh, yeah. I mean, listen, it's totally the Republican Party's fault, right? Like, here's how
all of it.
Here's how they did it. They thought, okay, we really need to win some elections. We need to win back some state houses. We need to do some shady things to get dominant.
We're going to go all the way to the right.
Right. And what happens when you embrace these fringe people, and it doesn't necessarily mean in my policy paper we say, oh, we're supporting the racists, but when you are silent, when you are courting basically people that are anti-Muslim, anti-black people, people that are generally, a racist or they're on the outliers of society. They're very far to the right. And you don't say, we condemn these people. Like, here's an example. Progressive movement, right? You've got eco-terrorists. They are arguably in the progressive movement to the far left, right?
We don't condone them.
Right? We are not saying, ignore them. If an eco-terrorist burned down a government building, President Obama is going to be like, hey, that's wrong.
Just like the Black Panther Party.
Right?
I think the Black Panther, there's some of their beliefs that I agree with, but I think as a group, as an entity, they're all the way to the left, and they're batshit crazy. So we don't endorse them.
Right.
They've endorsed these crazy people. They've made it mainstay.
They took some of them and made them candidates in the State House.
And here's the thing. What's crazy about it is Donald Trump this is how crazy, the storm they've created is so crazy that Donald Trump is to the left of most Republicans on most issues. Yet he's still winning. He agrees with Planned Parenthood outside of abortion.
Right.
Right? He believes that our free trade does not work. right? He said that he's also in a campaign, so he said he will put a 35% tariff, which is a tax, on anybody who takes jobs, outsources jobs. Republicans, like the Chamber of Commerce, were like shit. Like they're probably shitting in their pants at that particular moment. So this guy, this maniac that they've created, is all their fault. He doesn't even agree with them on 90% of the issues, besides building a wall.
I mean, that's what's so fascinating about the Trump thing too, is right. Like he's brought in this far-right coalition, but the reason that the mainstream Republican Party is scared of him is not because of that. They're acting like the reason that they're scared of him is because, you know, he's got these racists in his corner. But what they really are realizing now is he's not in their control.
Nope.
He's not taking their money. He's not beholden to them. He's not going to appoint their insiders to his cabinet.
Nope.
That's the reason they're scared.
And Donald Trump is the best. He's like, all these people are bought and sold by lobbyists. When the lobbyists call me, I'm going to hang up the phone because I don't owe them anything.
Yeah, that's what happens when you offer yourself a multi-million-dollar loan to your own campaign.
And you use your
smart business move.
And you use your helicopter to fly people, like to fly kids around at the Iowa State Fair. Donald Trump, the gift that keeps on giving, America.
I mean, it is just like the perfect storm. And what is the Republican Party going to do? They really dropped the ball by not snuffing this flame out. No, because they ignored that.
And the other reason why you can't blame Obama is because when he first declared, everybody ignored him. Oh, he doesn't exist. Yeah. Oh, he's not real.
Give him 2 more weeks, he'll be out. He'll say one more crazy thing and he'll be out.
Give him a month, he'll be out.
Oh,
give him 3 months, he'll be out.
Oh, he's in first place. It's only a matter of time.
Then he lost in Iowa. They're like, oh, he lost in Iowa, he's out. And then he wins in New Hampshire. Oh, don't worry, we're going to take him on South Carolina. He wins in South Carolina. They're like, oh, well, we're going to. And then now Mitt Romney is going out and giving a speech 8 months too late.
Oh, my God. And that's the worst when you're like, who do we call?
Mitt Romney.
Mitt Romney.
Like
that's the only person that can save. And he did a good job. Don't get me wrong. I mean, that may have been effective at some point.
No, that speech he did an awful job because that speech just gave more fuel to the Donald Trump fire. That's why at his last rally, he had Trump wines and the Trump magazine and Trump steaks and Trump water so the world could see that he's actually a really good business guy. Yep. Failure. Republican failure. Fail. Failure. Fail, fail, fail. F, 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 F.